Okay, I'm back. I was having some difficulty here. But again, welcome. Part of my goal with this session is to be as interactive as possible. Like I mentioned, we interact via chat box. So if there is a question that I can't answer online and live, I will definitely get back to you via email after researching a response for you. I also want you to be engaged as possible. So one of the things that we have available is this beautiful PIHRA Padfolio. I love my Padfolio. I use it all the time. We are going to be sharing information with you about PIHRA, about our conference. And so at the end, which I believe I have 45 minutes with you, I'm going to be asking a trivia question, and the winner would be the first person who answers the trivia question correctly via the chat box. So we will mail to you this beautiful PIHRA Padfolio if you are the winner. So now let's start with some introductions. Again, my name is Lily. I am the person in the middle here. I'm the membership manager, and I'm really excited to be part of PIHRA. If you'd like to know a little bit more about me, feel free. I'm very open and would love to chat with you. Call me or email me. I'm really good at email. But just know that I do have a background in organizational development, and I was a PIHRA member before I ever dreamed of being on staff. So I know kind of more or less where you're coming from as an HR practitioner. With me here is Elisette, so I'm going to have her introduce herself too.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. I am Elisette and I'm the membership coordinator. I'm on the far right. And I've been here with PIHRA for more than a year, about a year or so, and it's been great. I might be the first person that you speak with if you call. So I might have already spoken to you if you've called about your password or renewing your membership, things like that. So do feel free to email us if you ever need assistance in resetting your password or access to Think HR, things like that. We're always here to help.
Yes, Elisette's my right hand, and any technical difficulties or if you're not able to access the benefit, she's a great person to call. Now you'll see here on this slide you have our direct lines in case you would like to get to us directly, but always feel free to also use the main number. Also on this slide is Andrea Moroso. She's our VP of Membership Development. She's very passionate about PIHRA and is always available. Her information is here as well. She is a volunteer leader, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as we move forward. So Elisette and I are staff, and we have, gosh, more than 250 volunteer leaders to help us run, first plan for and run this organization. So they're very important to us. Okay, a little bit about PIHRA. Our mission is to provide communities, professional development, and resources to advance human resource professionals. And we are going to talk about the ways that we do that through this webinar. Again, don't be shy. Please put in a question into the chat box. I'll be pausing periodically to make sure that we address those questions. We want to make sure that you get the most out of your membership and that you get the professional development that you're seeking, or that you never feel alone as an HR person, and that you have the resources that can help make your job easier or leverage you in your career. Volunteer leaders. So here on this slide is Patty Ann Sprinkle at the top. She is our 2017-18 president of the PIHRA board. She has over 30 years experience as an HR professional, and she retired last year and is really excited to give back to PIHRA. She says that this is an organization that really helped her progress in her career, and so now it's time for her to give back. She's very dedicated to PIHRA. She's going to be at our conference, and so you'll see her at all types of different venues there, and I'll talk a lot more about that in a second. But she is the epitome of a PIHRA volunteer leader. She led as a chair one of our chapters and now is leading the entire organization. Also in this slide is Rafael Rivera. He's executive director of PIHRA, and so he leads the staff. That's my boss, and he's incredible. He has just done amazing things in growing PIHRA, bringing on a great team, and taking the PIHRA conference to just a whole other level. He rebranded it as the California HR conference, and it's just amazing how much we've grown under his leadership. So it's quite amazing. You know, a little bit more about PIHRA. At this point in the, I thought I saw a question, but it went away, I believe. Okay, great. Thanks. I'm glad at least that's answering questions, so I'm glad. PIHRA, this is the point in the webinar where I like to say, PIHRA is, gosh, we're 73 years old, and we're a little older than SHRM. I'm sure all of you have been aware of the Society of Human Resource Management. We are a chartered affiliate of SHRM, but we've been around a little bit longer. So we were founded in 1944. A group of personnel managers, back then we were called personnel managers, got together and really needed to start thinking about how do we move the profession forward? What sorts of educational programs needed to exist for people to really have the skills to help organizations develop the human capital element? What certifications did HR people need to have to prove competency? And so this group of managers got together in downtown Los Angeles, again in 1944, and they established what was then called the Personnel and Industrial Relations Association, and the acronym was PIHRA, P-I-R-A. So, you know, we've gone a long way, I believe, from the Personnel and Industrial Relations monikers to now PIHRA, and really kind of talking about ourselves at a different level. So we've come a long way, and I'm really proud of where PIHRA is today. Who are our members? It shouldn't come to a huge surprise that right around 82% of our membership base is female. So, you know, that's kind of our core audience here. Around 40% are at the manager and generalist level. So most of our programs you're going to find are that kind of meat and potatoes type of topics that really you can go back and implement back in the workplace. We have 22% are directors and above. So for folks in that kind of playing field, we do have a significant amount of strategic programming as well, and we'll continue to develop that. Some other things that are important is right around 35% of our membership base has an HR certification through HRCI, and I always forget what the acronym's for. It's the human, I forget, but hrci.org. It's the Human, I don't know, Institute certification. No, HR, it's the Human, and then I don't know the second word, Certification Institute, so I apologize. Or they're certified by SHRM. SHRM has come out with a certification as well in the last several years. So that's really important to our members, and for all of our programming, we offer recertification credit. Something else that's important to note is that 11% of our members are what we call service providers. Those are individuals who are natural partners to HR practitioners, whether they're staffing individuals, insurance brokers, PEOs, payroll companies, people who can help you in terms of outsourcing different sorts of HR processes. So that's kind of how we think about those folks. I do see a question, so I'll pause for a moment. Let's see. Human resource certification. Sorry, I was blanking. Thank you, Chelsea. Now, let's talk about your PIHRA membership. I want you to get the most value as possible out of the membership, and part of what I've done is to monetize the benefits that you will get from the $150 that you've invested, or the $125 if you've recently renewed. And so one of the things that I talk about, and that our members, when I ask them, why PIHRA? Why is this organization so important to you? We have some of the most loyal members, members who have been part of PIHRA for over 20, 30 years. And they say, it is about the relationships that I build. You know, being an HR professional, especially if you're you're not in a large HR department, could be pretty lonely. There's a lot of confidential matters that you have to deal with, and there's not a lot of people you can talk to about. Well, we have 17 chapters where you can network and socialize with people who are going through the same HR dilemmas as you might be. And while, you know, you hold confidentiality always, there might just be someone who is experiencing something similar to you. So the networking and the connections and the lifelong relationships that you can build through PIHRA are really priceless. This is where, as an HR person, you can build your board of directors. I don't know if you've heard of that saying, but every one of us should be having mentors or peers that we can talk to when things come up. So this is the place to do that. We also have some knowledge-based tools and access to advisors as well. So you have access with your membership to ask an HR advisor. You would call the number here on this slide. And by the way, you're going to get the slides after this call. And all you have to do is give them your name. They may ask you for your company name, and they should give you access. We also have an award-winning HR compliance center. It's a separate login. So if you've not received, our partner with these two services, by the way, is Think HR. And if you should have received a welcome email from them to access these tools. If you haven't, please contact me or Elisette, and we'll make sure you get that and try to troubleshoot that for you. Anyway, this compliance center, it has so many wonderful things. So, for example, it has an employee handbook builder based on federal laws. It has job description builders. It has thousands of forms, documents, and tools that you can use as templates. It has employment law summaries for all 50 states. If you upgrade, we have a new PIHRA Premium upgrade that I'm going to talk about in a moment. You can also have access to the 50-state employee handbook builder that helps you refresh your handbook with the latest California law, because you know in California we're a little special. We also have savings. As members, you will save on our monthly programs and our conferences. And we have something new, which is access to Career Center, your next step. And this is, I am so excited about this. This just came online this month. It's an online job discovery and career transitions services. So basically, they have online workshops for how to do interview, how to be successful interviewing. You can research companies on there. They have resume workshops all online. They have I don't know if you have access, but you might be able to upgrade to speaking to a career coach online. So this is just a fabulous benefit that is free to our members right now. So I'm really excited about that. And that's for members only. What you would do is go to the URL on the screen, and it's password protected. So you would have to be signed in with your membership, and you would request a license. And that's how you would access that. Then we have all kinds of different partnerships with Cal Chamber and UCLA Extension and PayScale for different discounts. So great. I don't see any questions that are pending yet. So let me move forward to talk a little bit more about the PIHRA Premium. This is also something that's new. It's a kind of a benefit on steroids, if you will, and really what is in comparison with the PIHRA membership, what's different is that for the Ask an HR Advisor, you have unlimited calls. With the basic one, you have 12 calls per year. But the real big thing I think that I love is the LMS. It's called PIHRA Learn. It's an unlimited enterprise-wide learning management system. So you as an HR person can administer learning tracks to all of the employees in your organization. It also includes the AB 1825 mandatory sexual harassment training, and you can monitor when people are taking the trainings. It provides certificates for people who complete trainings. So you can get that all for $87.50 per month. What we do is we'll tack it on to your membership for the duration of your membership. So you would pay the $87.50 times the number of months left on your membership in one lump sum at the beginning. So the other great thing about this is that you have the 50-state employee handbook builder, which a lot of people are requesting actually right now. But you know, if you need to build an employee handbook builder quickly and thoroughly and making sure that all California law is integrated, this is really the way to go and a great investment. All right, so again, I don't see any questions yet. As I mentioned earlier, one of the things I emphasize the most is the networking within PIHRA. It's just real priceless to get connected with people. We have right now, we're hitting a high mark in terms of our membership. We're right around 4,100 members. They represent approximately 2,500 different companies in different sizes. There are monthly meetings that you can connect with people at. There's our PIHRA annual legal update, and then there's our upcoming California HR conference that we're 10 days away or something. Yes, 10 days away. I'll tell you a lot more about that in a moment. But so there's a multitude of ways to connect with people. Like I mentioned, we have 17 chapters. We are the largest SHRM chapter in the nation. We have chapters as far north as Ventura County. They meet out of Camarillo. In Antelope Valley, they meet out of Palmdale. As far east as Coachella Valley, they meet out of Desert Hot Springs, yes. And then we have a group that meets near the beach in West LA, and then we go as far south as Newport Beach, South Orange County, and Temecula, which is our PIHRA Southwest Riverside. So there must be a chapter near you. They meet for the most part monthly. A lot of our chapters may be dark this month or have had their meeting at the beginning of the month just because of the conference. So I see a question, so I'm going to pause for a second. All right. Okay, someone has a question about the PIHRA Premium. So we're not subtracting from the membership. It's really an add-on to your membership. What we're doing is just charging you $87.50 for the number of months you have left. So for example, say that you expire on in December. So we would charge you for 5 months. So 5 months at $87.50 would be right around $437.50. So that's kind of, to give you an example, that's how the PIHRA premium pricing comes out. If, for example, you want to renew for the whole year, then you would pay your renewal fee plus the year of the PIHRA premium. The full year of PIHRA premium comes right out at $1,050. So we would just kind of, what's the right word, prorate the cost of the year of the premium, which is $10.50 for the duration of your membership. And we could talk more offline about that. If any of you have questions about PIHRA premium, Elise or I would be delighted to work with you on that. No problem. All right. So, we have 17 chapters and we have 3 special interest groups. PIHRA Foundation, they're actually a separate 501c3. PIHRA is not a nonprofit. We're actually an association, so we're a 501c6. But the PIHRA Foundation is a 501c3. I want you to know about them. They raise funds to offer scholarships and different sorts of programs to serve the community. So say, for example, you want to get your HR certification and you would love a scholarship. They have scholarship application openings in the spring and in the fall. To find out more, go to PIHRA.org/foundation. So I believe that their next window is, starting in late September, and the deadline would be right around November 18th. They also offer stipends to people who are unemployed. We call that in transition. And that, unfortunately, that scholarship is over. The deadline is usually right around July 15th. They host a silent auction at the California HR conference. So if you're going to the conference, you have to go by the silent auction. It's just so fun. And they've got a lot of beautiful items donated. And if you're interested in donating an item to the silent auction, please let me know as well. It's a great way to get visibility with our 2,600 attendees and maybe, strike up some business and also support just a great organization. They, I have testimonials from single parents who, after, some tough times have gotten a scholarship to go back to school through the PIHRA Foundation. So they just do all kinds of great things. We also have what we lovingly call the fun side of HR, Club PIHRA. And this is a group, they have a great time, but they mostly cater to the HR practitioner who's responsible for putting on employee recognition events, a Christmas party, picnics, and they usually meet once a quarter. Their last meeting was in June, and they had a night at the Los Angeles Spark, so they always have a really cool venue to meet at because basically the venue wants to promote their site for corporate events. I heard this was fabulous. There is a cost, by the way, for all the monthly meetings. Sometimes some of the meetings are complimentary if it's a social or something like that. But like this event, there was a cost. It was pretty nominal, $35, and it included a meal. It also included a program where you could receive recertification credits. And then at these meetings, they have a little sponsor fair. So there are people there who you may want to connect with, like event solution companies, caterers, different sorts of venues that you might want to connect with in case you need to put on a really fabulous party for your employees. So that's the fun side of HR. Now, this group is really near and dear to my heart. It's PIHRA Young Professionals, and they're not dear to me because I'm a young professional, but I think I am. I actually helped with a group of volunteers. We helped establish this group in 2015, and we won the SHRM Pinnacle Award for our work in this area. they are having a fabulous event at the California conference on Monday night, August 28th, and I'm going to be there. I am clearing my calendar that night so I could be there. The title is Magic and Mentorship, and it's going to be at the Hyatt Regency Long Beach. It's a complimentary event, and I got to be honest, our website has been down all morning, but you might want to keep checking in if you want to RSVP for the event. Here is the URL, PIHRA.org/YP@CAHR17. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to have this sommelier, who's also a magician, kind of take us through a wine tasting. I'm guessing that that's what's going to happen, but then after the wine tasting, they're going to have a speed mentoring event. So it is going to be fun, and you're going to be able to get to ask any questions you have about HR and meet some senior people there as well. If you are a YAP, or if you know someone who's interested in HR and who would want to get involved in this young professional group, please go ahead and forward this information to them. They're a great group, and it's a great way to build leadership skills. If you're a young professional, they always need help putting together an event or helping mentor students or something like that. By the way, if you want to hone your leadership skills, there are so many different opportunities at our 17 chapters to volunteer. You don't necessarily have to take a full position right away. You can join a committee. I know my membership group chairs always need someone to help them make phone calls and welcome people, or help put on a social event. So this is just a great risk-free place to get noticed within the community and help out and volunteer. So, all right, I see a question. Let me pause for a second here. How young is young? Well, I get that question a lot regarding the Young Professionals group. I got to tell you, if you are someone who wants to join in, I believe in inclusivity. And so if you'd like to join and attend that group and attend that session they're having, please do so. I'll tell you, the way we define it is individuals who are 35 years and younger and are either HR practitioners or interested in HR. But again, anyone could attend. It depends on how comfortable you are. So please join in. We don't want to make anyone feel like they cannot attend. So great question. Say, for example, I know it doesn't sound like it, but I'm actually very shy and don't do great in social situations, or I sometimes just can't get away from the office, or I have a young child at home. So we also have some online networking opportunities. We have a forum, which if you're interested in interacting with people, posting a question about something going on at work, or getting advice on a vendor, you can go to the PIHRA forum. There's instructions here on how to go there. We also, please join the PIHRA LinkedIn group. If you've joined recently, if we haven't already, we usually send an invite to people. So if we haven't, just go ahead and go to the group. We add people who are members right away, and we add HR practitioners right away. Now, if you're in a role where you are marketing to HR practitioners for some reason or another, we may hesitate just because we really want this to be a comfortable place for our members and our stakeholders to be. So we're a little careful about that. Also connect with us on Facebook. You may even find out about any discounts or programs that we're having that way. All right, what's next here? And social link. Okay, so this is something new. We recently got to a transition to a new association software, and so PIHRA Social Link, you have access to it when you log in or sign in to PIHRA.org, and you could also build your community there, start asking questions of people there, and friending other members here. We're still trying to build this connection. I think people are getting used to it, or also, you know, it's so similar to Facebook and some other things that people are like, oh, okay, I've had enough. But this is just, I want you to know that this is another place where you can go to connect with people. This is also a place where you can manage everything to do with your PIHRA membership. So let's see if I can highlight some stuff. Right here, let's see, is it working? Oh, here we go. Right here is where you would go and click here on this arrow to access your profile, or to go to print out your membership. It just would go to accounts and settings, and you could go there. You could also access your profile from here as well and update your address, your phone number, your email address, provide us with an alternate email address, things of that sort. And then this is my feed. This is basically what you're looking at in this slide. This is the feed. And you can see this is part of our staff here. We're the #1 contributors. Also, I want you to pay attention to quick links. If you click on here, you can get to the PIHRA calendar, which here is called the community calendar. And you can go, if you are within the time frame to renew, you could renew from there as well. So just a couple highlights of how to access things on the PIHRA.org site related to your membership. Learning. A lot of you come to PIHRA because you're trying to develop professionally, you want to attend professional development sessions, and so we have 17 chapters that, again, meet monthly. Each of those meetings has a professional development component. As a member, we do charge for the meetings. Again, there's a select number of meetings that are complimentary. It's most likely they're going to be socials. So, but as a member, you will save at least $15 per event. At each event, there is a networking component, there is a meal, and there is the professional development piece. Now, we have topics ranging from ban the box to marijuana in the workplace to the change management process and how to navigate that. So we have so many different sorts of topics that are addressed. You also get discounts at our seminars and conferences. We also, as a member, you get a discount on the SHRM certification prep courses that we offer. Actually, this is an old slide, I apologize. There's classes starting in September now. So if you're interested in that, please let us know. And the site here is updated. So PIHRA.org/HR certification is a great place for you to begin. Now, the California HR Conference. We are just in the middle of planning for this right now. Actually, this will be fun. Who on the phone is going to the California HR Conference? If you could let me know via chat box, that would be good. Ooh, I already have a response. Yay, you guys are all going. Well, if you haven't gotten the invite, even if you're not a new member, here's the invitation. Please join me on Sunday. I'm writing this in, at Gladstone's in Long Beach at 4 p.m. We are having a new member reception, and what is the URL for that? Do you remember what that is, Elisa? I'll send it to you guys in a moment, but it's complimentary. We're going to have great appetizers and beverages, and we have a signature beverage called the PIHRA Refresher. We're also going to do kind of like a mingling activities, so you get to meet a lot of people before you start your conference. If some of you are already RSVP'd, that's wonderful. But our website's down, so we don't remember what the URL is, but we'll send it to you in the email after this. What else are we going to be doing? Oh, PIHRA Long Beach will be hosting, so you'll get to meet some of our volunteer leaders and maybe even buddy up with them. If you're coming to the conference alone, please come. We want you not to feel alone. We want you to feel connected. So join me on, did you guys see that? Is it up there? Can you see that, Elisa? Yes, join me. Sunday, Gladstones in Long Beach at 4 p.m. We'll be going till 5:30. But try to get there right around 4. And then the President's Reception, which is going to be on the Hornblower Cruise. You have to embark by around 5:30 to get on the cruise. We'll be immediately following, and that'll be a lot of fun as well. So, by the way, I should probably tell you there are over 60 learning sessions. You can receive up to 16 recertification credits when you go to all 3 days of the conference. If you can't make it on Sunday, please join me for coffee at 7 a.m. on Monday. I'm going to be doing a new attendee orientation, and I'm going to be able to tell you the most popular sessions going on throughout the 3 days so that you can get to those sessions fast. So you can get a front side seat. What else is going on? Oh, we have the Monday Young Professionals event. We have the Tuesday night 60th anniversary celebration. It's our 60th conference. It's unbelievable. So anyway, we're going to have a lot of fun. Please look for me. I also have a booth at the expo hall. We have over 200 exhibitors, experts in all sorts of areas in HR, and I'm going to be a part of that. There's a charging station at my booth, so just come by and say hi. I see a question. All right, let me pause. I know I'm pretty excited about that. All right, let's see if I can answer this. On Monday for the first time attendee, I'm going to be in room, I believe it's 102AB. I'll confirm that with you in a moment. But I think I'm going to be for the new attendee session in 102AB. I just sent it out to everyone. Yes. So sorry, I can't do the two things at once sometimes. But yeah, I think I'm in 102 AB, right on the main floor. So if anyone come join me, we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I'll introduce you to some folks there as well. Okay. So what other sorts of learning do we have? We have some online learning. We have an LMS here at PIHRA as well, where you can access webinars that we've given in the past. We have current webinars. We have our conferences on demand. If you purchase a 3-day registration for this year's conference, you get on demand for free. Now, this is the trick. I heard from a VP of HR one time. He purchases our on-demand products and then goes back to the office and shares it with his team. I won't tell anybody you did it. What's great about that is that he shares the on-demand products. Each member of the team looks at a different module, and then they come back a couple weeks later to talk about, what did they learn? Do they foresee any exposures at the organization that need to be addressed based on what was learned? And they could just kind of get a little bit more strategic at the HR level. So that's a great way to use on-demand products. By the way, you can get recertification credits for webinars, but I think, I believe pretty strongly, 90%, you have to participate in the webinars live. So it has to be a live webinar. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more. I'm running out of time, I believe. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the tools, online tools that we have. I talked a lot about it already, but we have PIHRA Comply, which is our compliance center, PIHRA Live, and PIHRA Learn. So to access this, it's a separate login. And this is the login is here, highlighted here. And you would have to have gotten another, an email with that information in there. Usually your username is going to be the email address that you use to register for your membership. PIHRA Live is a live HR advisor over the phone. You have 12 calls included with your PIHRA membership, and I've used it. They're great. They answered my questions. They followed up with forms in an email, and it's just always really good to have some backup that way. PIHRA Comply, we talked about, has a job description builder, a webinars library, policies and forms library, so many different things. If you're not using this, please use it. I'm afraid that a lot of our members don't use this. You can get white papers, research, all kinds of things to help you just be the best you can be. This is the PIHRA Learn. Now, this is what is included in the premium. They have over 200 interactive courses. They have live expert training advice. If you need help building training tracks, that person can help you do that. You could use it with an unlimited amount of employees. You could track, create custom tracks and monitor performance via the back office tool. There's just so much to do with this, and for $1,000 a year, you can get at least $10,000 worth of value out of it. It's really just kind of wow for me. It's a great price. We have a career center. PIHRA members could save 20% on posting a job. You can search jobs. Twice a month, our members get the latest, hottest HR jobs in the area. So if you're looking for that next great opportunity, this is also great for you as well. By the way, members, we work with a group who helps us manage our career center. They're going to be at the conference as well at my booth, the PIHRA Experience booth. So come meet with them as well if you're curious. If your organization is eligible, you may be able to receive free customized on-site employee training. If you're interested in that, our partner Custom Corporate Communications can help with that. They do all kinds of different training: Six Sigma, English second language, computer skills, customer service stuff, all kinds of different things. We have discounts with these partners as well, and we have, if it's the middle of the night and you need to figure out how to do something on our site, please go to Member Resources website FAQs, and there's some information on how to sign in, how to change your PIHRA username, how to print out a receipt, and things like that. So I don't want to catch you without being able to do that. If you're a SHRM member, please let us know and designate us as your PIHRA local chapter, so that SHRM can reinvest some of your small amount of your dues back into PIHRA. And you're going to receive periodic check-ins from us. So this is just telling you some of the things that you'll receive from us. Plus, you receive information on the monthly programs for the chapter that's closest to you and our conferences and programs. And this is how to contact us. I see that there is a question. By the way, you're going to be getting these slides probably within an hour, and we're going to try to get you that URL also for going to the new member event. And okay, let's see. Yes, students can use the Career Center to look for a job. You just go to our site and go to where it says Career Center, I believe. If you have any further questions about that, please let us know, and we'll get right back to you. But yes, it's right on our site, PIHRA.org, and I believe it says Career Center. Or you could go to PIHRA.org/jobs, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, it's pretty easy to get there, not a problem. And you should be getting those emails. So Javier, I'm going to out you. If you aren't getting the emails, can you email me at Lily, L-I-L-I, @PIHRA.org so I could forward them to you and look into why you're not getting them. Okay, I promised you guys this beautiful portfolio, and I'm a little late. I knew I was going to talk too much, but the first person who could tell me the name that was used when PIHRA was first established using the acronym. Yeah, Claudia, you got it. PIRA. Claudia Moreno, you are the winner. We're going to contact you about getting the Padfolio. Thank you all for being here with us today and spending your lunchtime with us. If you have any feedback for me or need anything, email me or Elisette, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. During the conference, we're going to be out of pocket, but we'll get back to you when we get back the first week in September. Have a great week. See you at the conference. If not, we'll see you after Labor Day. Have a great Friday and weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye now.